Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Happy Friday to y'all. Hope you're all having a good Friday afternoon now. It is, a little after 1 o'clock here on the left coast. Uh, got some stuff to talk about. We got the raffle today. We got another judge ruling in favor of the Trump administration. We're going to talk about that, talk about some of the wokeness. We got a little clown world stuff. It is Friday, guys. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Let's see, I'm going to hit it. 28 of you in here are 30 in here. Only 11 of you hit the thumbs up. You're breaking my heart. You're breaking my heart. Let me jump over here. Bill, give me a hard time. Man, see, this is what happens. So I set up the live, and then old Uncle Bill calls and he goes, "Hey, I got some important stuff to talk to you about." And then he keeps me on the phone for like 13, 14 minutes. And so it drags me out. So if you guys want somebody to blame, you can always blame old Uncle Bill. We have Hunter in the house. Trina, how are you doing? Susan, how are you? Pixie in the house. B. Mikey, Deb V, Texas Real Woman 2022. Old Uncle Bill. Cade, Texas is in the house from Texas, y'all. And let's see if we got some more joining in it down here. KLM 79, Jan Garner. Man, things moving fast. Oh, old Uncle Bill's fibbing with you all now. He kept me on the phone for like 14 minutes talking about the flux capacitor, how without the flux capacitor, we can never get to Mars, and just all kind of Elon talk. But welcome. I hope you guys are having a good day. Again, we got some stuff to share with you. We also got the raffle coming up at the end of the show. So if right now is your last chance to get in for about the next, it's 1 o'clock, or it's 1:15. So we'll give you 45 minutes to get in. If you want to get in, I'll show you what it is really quick. Again, each $10 donation gets you in for one entry. So if you do it $30, you get 3 entries. And we got the Donald Trump lives here stamp, guys. The Donald Trump lives here stamp. Check that out. That's great. Especially, man, if you go somewhere leftist, like I want to get 2 of these, one at home and one in my car. So like when I go somewhere I'm not expected to go, especially when I'm traveling, I just stamp it away. What else we got? We got let's see, the Trump hair, Keep America Great koozie. Look at that Trump hair. You guys will get the koozie for your spring barbecue, for your 4th of July. Then an 8x12 sign. It says, "Notice this place is politically incorrect. We say Merry Christmas, one nation under God. We salute our flag and give thanks to our troops. If this offends you, leave." And the people have had enough for, it's a decal for either your vehicle, your laptop, wherever you want to put it. I don't care if it's your refrigerator. And then included in that will be 2 of the Trump 2025 Trump bucks right here. The United States of America. Renee donated those to us. So 2 of those, you'll also be getting that. And we'll pick a winner at the end of the show, this live stream. And guess what? Winner take all. Whoever's going to be lucky. So again, if you guys want to enter, you can donate at Venmo at Oreo Josh, Cash App, $ Oreo Army, GiveSendGo.com/Oreo 2024. We got 2 of them down there at the bottom. We got the Venmo and the GiveSendGo. And if you prefer Zelle, that Zelle will be on our website, theoreoexpress.com. You scroll down the homepage and lo and behold, there's a donate now button. So again, thank you guys all for tuning in here. I hope you're having an amazing Friday. Let me look at this right here. It said we had campaigns to do. All right, we'll wait until we get a little busier and we'll do that. I was just reading. How many entries so far? I think this is correct. I always have to go back over it. 44 entries so far, guys. So this is what we got. We got Jaylyn 3 times, Matt once, Renee 05, Karen Gold card Karen, by the way, 5 times. Krista R 5 times. Nola 2. Katie M 5 times. Darla M 5 times. Roxanne 3 times. Sansia 2 times. Old Uncle Bill 2 times. Patty Voss 1 time. Bobby Rogers 1 time. There's another one down here for Jaylyn because the one up here, she did 2 Cash Apps. And then yesterday or the day before, she did a Rumble rant. We got B-roll for 2. KLM. Wait, was KL? I got to double check KLM. KLM might be 2. And then Mom X Swift. So those 44 entries right now. So if you want to get in, guys. Get in. At the end, we will be raffling again. Do a raffle and raffle all that off for you. So as you guys seen, check this out. Man, this guy's been working a long time on making you believe some stuff. Take a look at this.
This great country of ours is moving very rapidly in the direction of oligarchy. The United States of America today is increasingly becoming an oligarchy. More and more moving toward an oligarchy. We are moving in the direction of oligarchy. We will move even more rapidly in the direction of an oligarchy. This great country is evolving into an oligarchic society. It is called oligarchy, and that is the system we are rapidly moving toward. This is a budget that moves our country rapidly into the direction of oligarchy. A handful of billionaires are moving this entire planet toward an oligarchic society.
Start off with the bad news, which is pretty bad, and that is that under Donald Trump, this country is hurtling rapidly toward oligarchy.
Guess we're moving towards an oligarchy since 1993. That man said that enough, huh? You want to talk? Hey, you say a lie enough, people are bound to believe it. But I just thought it was funny because, you know, they say it as if we should be so concerned and worried, you know, anything that comes from that nutcase. I bet you he's extra upset today because we got some news about the Trump administration defunding the climate change activist, which is good. And then check this out. I believe this was in Boston. Look at what this dude did because somebody was wearing a MAGA hat. Check this out.
Oh, fucking supports unions, you fucking Nazi fucking punk.
What are you gonna do?
Go fuck yourself. You're on my fucking campus with that fucking hat on.
Actually,
get the fuck out of here.
It's actually a public street.
Get the fuck out of here. I don't care, you fucking Nazi.
This is a public street.
Get the fuck off my campus.
What's
I'm
your
gonna
name?
walk you all the way to this fucking corner, you punk. You fucking understand me?
Go ahead. Who are you?
You fucking understand me? It doesn't fucking matter. You fucking Nazi punk. Get this fucking camera out of my fucking face.
Or what?
Get this fucking camera out of my face.
Or what?
Take your fucking fascist
Would your
hat
union
off.
like that? Would your union like that?
Hey, you see this?
I know every union guy in this town.
Get the fuck out of here. You think
I know.
Trump fucking supports unions? You fucking
I
cocksucker?
know every
What, are you
union
gonna put
leader.
this on your fucking Snapchat? What are you, 35? You fucking cocksucker?
I'm 35.
Take that fucking hat off. You understand me?
Uh-huh.
Take it off. Take it
Okay.
off, you Nazi fucking bootlicker.
Oh,
Nazi fucking bootlicker.
Oh,
Don't be on my fucking campus with that
Okay.
Nazi fucking hat on. You fucking understand me, you cocksucker?
I'm loving this.
Look at this
is
fucking
great.
Nazi. 47. This guy supports Trump. Has his fucking hat on. Look at this.
I can't
fucking
wait till
Nazi
your foreman
cocksucker.
sees this.
Get the fuck out of here.
I can't wait.
You think they support you here? Get the fuck out of here, you cocksucker. You're a fucking Nazi punk.
I'm a
Nazi fucking punk. Yeah, you're a fucking Nazi punk is what
Okay.
you are. Take
Okay.
your gay fucking white gold Trump hat off. He's a fucking loser and you're a fucking Nazi punk. Fuck you. Boo this cocksucker.
Go
Boo
ahead.
him. Boo. Boo. This guy's a Trump supporter. Boo. This guy's a huge fucking Nazi. Boo. We don't want you on our fucking campus or in our fucking city. You understand me,
Keep
you
it
prick?
classy.
You fucking
Classy.
understand me, you prick?
Keep it classy.
I am classy, you motherfucker. I back up my community. You see this shit right here?
Oh.
Say no to ICE on campus. Get
I
the
love
fuck
it.
outta
I
here.
love ICE. I think we deport
Get
all
the
of them.
fuck out of here. You understand me?
Yep.
Walk.
This is great
Walk,
content.
motherfucker. Walk.
This is
Get the
awesome.
fuck out of here.
This is good. Nice.
Go fuck yourself, cocksucker.
Oh, okay.
People get so triggered, guys. I don't get the fortunate benefit of getting those people for some unknown reason. I mean, we get some, but not that's willing to sit there for 2 minutes of video, man. Usually when they see that phone pull out, they're like, and I can't imagine somebody wearing a hat of the president of the United States that was elected by a majority of citizens, won all 7 swing states. And that's how now sounded like he said my college campus. This to me is no different than the Palestinian protesters. That person should be kicked out of school. Sorry, you just screwed up. When you sit and threaten people, you know, if a straight guy did that to a gay person for 2 minutes, followed them, you effing this, you get the hell off. I promise you, that straight person would be out of the school, right? We've seen it. That person, there is a big guy. I think they've already identified him. Let me see if it's down here. Maybe not. I think they did identify him, but I don't have that screenshot up yet. But can you imagine being that just upset at the world? I just can't imagine that. I just can't. We don't see, I think during Kamala, we've seen a couple shirts when we went to Kamala rallies and in the area of a Kamala rally when people were being bussed in. And it didn't affect me at all. I chuckled. These poor people. Oh, man. Check this out, guys. This is crazy. Governor Kathy Hochul will tell you the subways are safe. This is beyond disgusting. If you have a weak stomach, earmuffs. Listen to this.
Another man who this
is insane.
This man performed sex acts on another man who died on an R train. NYPD officers responded to reports of a body on
Listen to it though.
Subway station just after midnight. That was yesterday. When officers looked at video from subway cameras, our police sources say they found the man in the yellow hoodie there sexually abusing the corpse, stopping only when passengers entered or exited the train. Police say that man had been dead for several hours before that vile attack.
That's not all, though. Before this man sexually assaulted a dead corpse, he was robbed by a woman. So he died on the train. What world do we live in that somebody can just sit dead on a train and nobody does anything but rob the guy and sexually assault him? So it says, man found dead on New York City R train was first robbed by a woman and then raped and robbed again by a man. We live in a disgusting world, to say the least. Absolutely disgusting what we're seeing. Insane. And again, Kiva Lark. This is from Libs of TikTok. The principal, listen to this, a principal at Lake Marion Creek Middle School was arrested after she allegedly forced a 13-year-old student to rub her feet so he would know what foreplay is. She reportedly referred to the student as sexy chocolate and scolded him for not rubbing her feet well enough. Lark has since been placed on administrative leave. What the hell is wrong with these adults? This is the principal here. Doesn't have too happy of a face there in that mugshot photo. But again, a 13-year-old boy said, "Rub my feet. I'm going to teach you what foreplay is." It's just crazy. Haha says she'll never take the train now. You said you'd never fly on a plane too. Don't lie. Don't lie. Again, God don't like sinners. Let's see what's going on here. So we've been covering this for the last couple days. We bring up old Uncle Bill. we were talking about, old Uncle Bill, stock market's dropping. Everybody's panicking because of the media and the Democrats. People are buying. We knew the stock market would come back up. We went through it on our show. Say, hey, if you got a couple $100, but a couple $100 and that couple $100 could double in the next 6 months, could double in a couple days. Well, now they're mad because Marjorie Taylor Greene bought when the market was down. That's when you're supposed to, that old saying, buy low, sell high, right? Buy low. That is business in general. If you're buying a used car and you're a car lot, you don't buy at the top tier price. You ain't going to spend $13,900 if you can pay $10,000 and sell it for $15,000, right? Well, look at it says this is pretty wild. Marjorie Taylor Greene bought RH during the tariff dip. It caught our attention because it was the first time ever buying stock. It's up 27% today after the announcement of the tariff pause. So it doesn't matter which stock she bought after that announcement. Every stock was green. Every stock was green. So it didn't matter if you bought IBM, Dell, Apple, Tesla. If you bought the big jab companies, they were all up when the tariffs were paused. And now they're trying to go after people for buying stocks, but they don't say anything about Nancy Pelosi or all these other, Democrats that buy and sell, but little different when they do it. They sell their stocks like 24 hours before the DOJ announces an investigation into them, right? Where, so-and-so is getting investigated. The stock falls through the roof. But, hey, Pelosi sold early. I wonder how she knew about that. They don't worry about that stuff. Let's see what we got here. A CNN reporter is left speechless.
Republicans and overwhelmingly gained. This, to me, is one of the most shocking pieces of poll data that I truthfully have seen this year, or maybe in any prior year.
Really?
Yes, really, because I want you to take a look. Cares more about the needs for people like you. You mentioned it, Kate Paul. We got a tie even after this tariff war had already started.
Look at this. Cares more for the needs of people like you. The Democrats are failing. They used to be 19 plus 23 plus 13. Now we're even.
Split between Democrats and Republicans on how people feel. Which party cares more for needs of people like you? And why is that so surprising? Because I want you to take a look at prior years. Democrats always lead on this question. Back in 2017, before the 2018 midterms, 13-point lead. 2005, a 23-point lead for Democrats. 1994, which was a big Republican year,
Barry.
a 19-point lead for Democrats. And now all of a sudden, a tie? All of a sudden, the Democrats, who are the party of the people, no more. We get a tie on this question, on a question that has traditionally overwhelmingly been a Democratic advantage. Which party cares more for the needs of people like you? It's truly something I would not have expected to see, especially after this tariff war had begun.
See, they want to use things like, they call it a tariff war. Folks watched the Democrat Party open the floodgates to criminal illegal aliens that are murdering our citizens. They are living in some of the nicest hotels in New York City, getting everything paid for, while the Americans were struggling under Joe Biden, under Democrat leadership. None of them cared about the people. Nobody cared if they could make rent. Nobody cared if they could afford back to school stuff for their children. This is a simple, how we're even tied is beyond me. I promise you, I can go out this weekend and do an interview on the streets and ask people, how has the tariff affected you? And the only people that tariff would affect is very wealthy people, because nobody else, your prices hasn't gone up yet. That some of your Chinese goods will go up, and that's a good thing. That's actually a good thing. We need to get rid of living off China, but your groceries are down. Your food costs are down. Your beef is down. Your car insurance is down. That's what people want to see. When they go to get online, because you don't write checks very much anymore. Most people don't. when you go to get online and you're doing your banking and you're checking and you're like, wow, man, this, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Let's listen to the rest.
Where does it show that Republicans are making the most gains?
Yeah, again, you talk about party of the people. Look at this. Cares for the needs of people like yourself. Look here, we got non-college. Among those with a college degree, it's the same score. 8 plus 18 points for Democrats in 2017, plus 18 points for Democrats now. But look among non-college voters. Look here. It was plus 7 for Democrats in 2017, and now Republicans had overwhelmingly gained, plus 9 points. That is, the gains have been concentrated, at least within the last decade, among voters without a college degree. The working class, that is where Republicans have gained, even since the beginning of the Donald Trump administration. The Democratic base is now those with a college degree. Among the working class, those without a college degree, Republicans have overwhelmingly gained on this all-important question of which party.
Hey, Barry, I got it. I got your notification on the Cash App. Thank you for entering the raffle.
Cares more for people like yourself.
Your reference points are, as you were pointing out, just before a midterm election. So obviously, let's kind of look at that. Where do things stand for the fight for Congress?
Right. Okay. So you have this question, right? And then there's the question, ultimately, are Republicans going to get punished in this midterm election? In part because that's normally what happens. The party in power gets punished, but also because of this tariff war. And I want you to take a look here at the generic congressional ballot. Where we were in April of 2017, Democrats were already ahead by 7 points. In November of 2024 on this question, it was a tie. And then, of course, Republicans won control. Where are we now? It's Democrats, but just by a point. This looks very much still like what we saw in 2024, not like what we saw in 2017. If Democrats think they automatically have a ticket back to control of the House, I'd say, hold on a second. Republicans still have a real shot at this, despite all of Trump's theatrics over the last month with this tariff war.
There really is interesting information coming out in this that you're pulling out. Thank you, Harry.
Thank you. I think it's interesting. Kate agrees.
Interesting numbers there. And again, I use polls as talking points. That's all I use them for. But it's interesting because in the polling, they poll about approximately the same demographic of people. And if we support Trump, again, what have they done to try to make that number go plus D more? They've lied to you. They've said they some of the stuff they've said that yesterday we got numbers. We got the best inflation numbers we've had since COVID, since the last time Trump was in office. That's what people care about. But they've lied to you. They are sending, and we've got the video. We showed you Chuck Schumer. We're sending our people into their town halls, into their communities. So they're sending outsiders into your district so they can get videos of rabid, crazy, deranged, Tesla-keen Democrats yelling at a Republican senator or a Republican congressman, and they put that all over the airwaves. See, America's mad at Trump. It isn't working, guys. Nothing they're doing. We told you 2 weeks ago, they started using the cuss words. Now you have these Democrats. And again, I think, remember, they used to be, I can't believe Trump talks like that. I can't believe Trump said that. And now they're dropping F-bombs and everything else, they're paying millions of dollars to folks to say, here, this is what you need to do. The lapel mic. How about that? Walk around the halls of Congress with a little mic and act like you're doing a TikTok video. That'll get them. All the things they've tried to do over the last couple weeks, couple months is backfiring. And it's going to backfire even more. This is why they're using their activist judges. Because if Trump's policies go through and everything gets done prior to the midterms, it will be epic what we see. It will be epic. I think people are tired of Democrats lying. I think they were tired of open borders. I think they were tired of a lot of things that Democrats didn't care about.
For once.
But I thought that was epic.
This to me,
absolutely having a meltdown. Just a meltdown. What else do we got up here? See, California, we talked about this yesterday and maybe the day before. Doge came out, talked about the fraud on unemployment insurance claims. You know, we all pay taxes into unemployment insurance. So when we fall on hard times, it's there. And we talked about 24,500 people over the age of 115 years old claimed $59 million in benefits. 59 million, that'd be nice. 28,000 people between the age of 1 and 5 years old claimed 254 million in benefits. Man, I wish I would have known about this sooner. Caden would be paying the rent right now, if you know what I mean. Caden be like, Dad, is that my unemployment check? It is, buddy. We're going to go get ice cream tonight. 9,700 people with birth dates over 15 years in the future claimed money. Now, Doge came out and give us a little more details. California, New York, and Massachusetts accounted for the most of these improper claims, totaling $305 million in unemployment benefits. Additionally, go figure, California accounted for 68% of the unemployment benefits paid to parolees identified by CBP on the terror watch list with criminal records. So you can come through our border in California, be on the terror watch list, have a criminal record, and get unemployment. And CNN wonders why the poll said who's looking out for you more. It's just absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. So we got a lot of lies about the SAVE Act. Past Congress, it's going into the Senate. Chucky Schumer says that's not going to get through my Senate. They're saying all kind of lies. They're saying, if you get married, they're going after females. They don't want females to vote because if you go and get married, you don't have the correct documentation to vote. All lies. All lies. Again, they come up with the stupidest things ever. This was Chuck Schumer's tweet. Says the SAVE Act has voter suppression written all over it. Let me be clear. Under my leadership, Senate Democrats will make sure this power grab does not pass the Senate. Chuck, you haven't done too much. Democrats want you out. Shit, I've wanted you out for a long time. Crazy times, crazy times. Okay, guys, you got about 20 minutes left really quick. Just to let you know, at the end of this show, we will be doing a raffle. You can get in. Each $10 donations get you in one entry. So if you do 30, well, you will get $30. You get 3 entries, and let me show you what it's for. It's for the Donald Trump Lives Here stamp, guys. Donald Trump lives here, so you can put that on all your bills. So when you're traveling, when you go out, when you pay, be nice to put that on a tip and then put no taxes on tips. Also, keep America great. The Trump Hair Can Koozie. This goes over your beverage, your nice cold beverage this summer. For 4th of July or your barbecues. And this is just great. Trump Hair Don't Care Can Koozie. We got this 8x12 sign. Notice this place is politically incorrect. We say Merry Christmas, one nation under God. We salute our flag and give thanks to our troops. If this offends you, leave. And then our We the People have had enough decal for either your back window of your car, your laptop, whatever you want to put it on. And then don't forget also 2 Trump bucks, Trump 2025 bucks right here. Renee donated 4 of these. So 2 of those we are putting in the as part of the raffle. And again, if you guys want to get in, you guys got about 20 minutes left. You can go and donate at Venmo at Oreo Josh, Cash App, $Oreo Army, givesendgo.com/Oreo 2024. And then we also have a Zelle link. It's on our website. So head over to the OreoExpress.com. Scroll down the homepage. It says donate now. Click that button. It'll take you to all the links. And at the end, you see this here. I'm going to add Barry right now while we're looking. Your name will be added here. And we will randomly pick a winner. Barry D's just got added. We will randomly pick a winner. It will pick a winner, and then we will get that shipped out to you. Most likely it's 1, 2, 3, probably it won't ship out today, but it'll ship out Monday. So want to say thank you to all you guys who help us out. We are 100% viewer funded. We can't do it without y'all. We told you we're extremely behind on the bills. We're trying not to get the data shut off. So this is one way that we try to keep the wheels moving. See what else we got. So we were talking about the SAVE Act and all the lies. They're trying to suppress the vote. People can't get an ID, all this dumb stuff. This has to do with federal elections, of course, because it's the federal government that's passing it. Take a listen to this right here. I was listening to this live this morning.
As you know, yesterday the House passed the SAVE Act, and many married women, soon to be married women, are concerned that the new voter ID requirements may inhibit their access to the polls. What assurances can you give women voters in America to ease their concerns?
Sure. Well, the SAVE Act, as you mentioned, was passed by the House yesterday. This is the Safeguard American Voter Eligibility Act. I believe I'm getting that correct. And this act is a common sense measure. It would require proof of citizenship for voting in our elections. The Democrats have been fear-mongering about this bill, have been saying that married women, if their name has changed, they didn't change it on their identification, would not be able to vote. That is complete fallacy. There are outlined in the bill about how to avoid that. The president very much supports a common sense solution to ensuring that only citizens can engage in our elections. This is critical to improving the integrity of our elections and also the trust that American citizens need to have in our electoral process. So the president supports this bill, and that is a myth that has been proven wrong by the text of this bill. And I believe some of the co-sponsors of the bill have been very vocal in addressing that. And certainly I myself, as a married woman, would not stand before this podium if the president did not support such a common sense.
Remember how they started off with Doge. They're accessing your private data. You don't even hear about that anymore because it was just a bird whistle. It was a dog whistle to get you to panic. Donald Trump and Elon Musk are taking away your Social Security and giving it to billionaires. No, that fraud we just seen on the unemployment is the kind of stuff we want to get rid of. And what happened now? Now they're saying, they're not taking it away. They're just going to make it hard for you to access. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. Sorry, give me 1 second. I got to see. I'm supposed to have a meeting in a minute. Okay. Not deal with me. What else we got today on Fun Friday? We got some good stuff. We got some wins too. But you guys know we were in Butler, Pennsylvania for the second rally when Trump came back to Butler, Pennsylvania. Took you all along with us, if you remember. Well, a Butler, Pennsylvania man has been taken into custody by the FBI for making threats to assassinate President Trump. Yes, this is the same Butler, Pennsylvania we were at, where the rally was at. The threats were allegedly made by a 32-year-old man, Sean Monper, under a YouTube username called Mr. Satan. And I'll pull this up for you right here. Let me see. It says Sean Monper, 32, a resident of Butler, Pennsylvania, has been charged by federal criminal complaint with making threats to assault and murder President Donald J. Trump and other U.S. officials and U.S. immigration and custom enforcement agents. It says, I want to applaud the outstanding and courageous investigative work of the FBI and the Butler Township Police. It says, who thankfully identified and apprehended this individual before he could carry out his threats against President Trump's life and the lives of other innocent Americans. It says, according to a federal criminal complaint, on April 8th, the FBI National Threat Operations Section received an emergency disclosure regarding threats posted on YouTube by user Mr. Satan. Federal agents determined that the threatening statement occurred between January 15th and April 5th. The subsequent federal investigation affirmed that the internet activity associated associated with Mr. Satan corresponded with Monper's residence. It said the investigation further established that Monper sought and obtained a firearms permit shortly following President Trump's inauguration in February 2025. Monper commented using his Mr. Satan account, "I have bought several guns and been stocking up on ammo since Trump got in office." Further, in March 2025, Monper commented using his account, "Eventually I'm going to do a mass shooting." 1 week later, Monper commented, "I have been buying one gun a month since the election, body armor and ammo." It says the criminal complaint identified the following threatening statement regarding President Trump and other United States officials and ICE agents. "Now we just need to start killing people. Trump, Elon, and all the heads of the agencies Trump appointed, and anyone who stands in the way. Remember, we are the majority. MAGA is the minority of the country, and by the time it's time to make a move, they will be weakened. Many will be crushed by these policies, and they will want revenge too. American Revolution 2.0. It says, "I'm going to assassinate him myself." And it said this threat was made on a YouTube video titled "Live Trump's Address to Congress." March 18th, ICE are terrorist people. We need to start killing them. April 1st, 2025. If I see an armed ICE agent, I will consider it a domestic terrorist and an active shooter and open fire on them. And then it said on April 9th, the FBI, with the assistance of Butler Township Police Department, arrested Monper on the federal criminal complaint. On April 10th, Monper was ordered detained pending preliminary and detention hearings scheduled for April 14th at 1 p.m. Man, these people, they're absolutely insane. They're absolutely insane. And there's going to be a lot of this. I mean, you see the stuff online. I mean, just the stuff that people on CNN say, well, somebody needs to put a bullet in them, and they get away with it. Again, this is what Democrats have called for. They haven't said anything about the fire bombings of Tesla dealerships. When asked, you name it, multiple ones, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, the dollar store Obama, all of them did not condemn the vandalism of Teslas, the firebombing of Tesla stations. None of them. No, they said we need to go out in the streets and fight. We need to bring weapons to the street and fight. And so that message is being relayed loud and clear to their followers. Loud and clear. Check this out, guys. Let's pull this up. This sponsorship is from Rumble, one that is incredibly important to the survival of the company. When Rumble first started in 2013, they built the platform for the small creator. They didn't censor, have biases. They were fair and treated all creators equally. No one thought platforms would censor political conversation or censor opinions on COVID, but they did. Facebook admitted they felt a pressure from the Biden-Harris administration. Rumble did not. They held the line. They are attacked daily for giving us a voice to talk to you. They are attacked in corporate media. They are attacked in governments like France. They are attacked from brand advertisers who refuse to work with them. Corporate America is fighting to remove speech. Rumble is fighting to keep it. Rumble won't survive with brand advertisers. They don't get much of it. Watching our show on Rumble is the most they can ask of you. But if you really believe in this fight and you have the means, one major way you can help Rumble survive is by joining Rumble Premium. Join the community that believes in the First Amendment and believes in our human rights to free speech. Rumble is offering $10 off with promo code STUDIO when you purchase an annual subscription. Go to rumble.com/premium and use promo code STUDIO. I actually think there's, if you're on my page, it'll say get Rumble Premium on our page at the Oreo Express there. So like I said, if you have the means and you believe in the cause, now is the time to join Rumble Premium. If you don't have the means, we are just happy that you are here to watch us on Rumble. And we're thankful for Rumble. when we were covering stuff. It was an election year. Facebook kicked us off for covering grown men in lingerie dancing provocatively for children in Arizona. YouTube kicked us off because of our encounters on the border and what we were showing the American people when Mayorkas and everybody was saying, oh, our border's perfectly closed. They're not coming over. We were down there on the border and we were showing you the truth. Check this out. Greenland Space Force commander relieved of command after sending email undermining President Trump. And then we go over here to the Oreo Express. It says, Colonel Susanna Myers has been relieved of her duties as commander of Pituffik Space Base by Colonel Kenneth Clock, commander of Space Base Delta 1 on April 10, 2025, due to a significant loss of confidence in her judgment and the ability to lead effectively. Colonel Myers' tenure was marked by repeated lapses in decision-making, which undermined her capacity to maintain the impartiality and high standards required of the commander in such a critical role. The Space Operations Command emphasizes that leaders are held to the highest level of conduct, particularly in ensuring nonpartisan and sound judgment in the execution of their duties. Colonel Sean Lee has assumed command to restore effective leadership at the base. Another FAFO, sorry. That's what happens. That's what happens. That's your boss. That's your commander-in-chief. You want to do that? Now, hey, this is going on again. We've talked about this a few times over the years. Amid the ongoing trade war is what ABC News. President Trump called for lawmakers in Congress to push hard for more daylight at the end of the day. In daylight savings time, right? Now, I didn't look it up right now, but we voted on this before. I'm going to look at something. I'm pretty sure we did. We've talked about it. Yes, in November 2018, California voters passed Prop 7 with nearly 60% approval. The measures allows the state legislature to change daylight saving times by a 2/3 vote, potentially making daylight saving times permanent or adopting standard time year-round as long as the change complies with federal law. So nothing's been done. That was 2018. The good old Democrats in California, right? The voters went. An overwhelming majority said, yes, we need to do this. And it's 2018. We are 7 years later and nothing's been done. Well, I know Ted Cruz and some other people up there are working to make this reality. And I hope it goes through. I hope it goes through. How about you guys in the comments? How many of you guys want to end daylight savings time? Put a 1 in the comments. If you want to end it, if you want to keep the time change like it is, put a 2. I want to see what your guys' thoughts are. So we got mainly 1s in there. Lee Bart, Old Uncle Bill, C. Marcia, Kimber, Susan, everybody's 1. Oh, Jan Doe, we got 1, 2. Eyes of a Lady. Eyes of a Lady got a 2. So we got 2. Major majority here. Matthew 44G's another 2, but most you guys, Karen Sunflower, JH Candy Bar, KLM, you guys are all 1s. And that's interesting. That's interesting because that's how I am. I'm done with the back and forth stuff. Hunter says 1. Chris B says 1. So hopefully Congress can get a move on that. So President Trump is having his annual physical, his health screening, his health checkout. And I was listening to the press secretary. I thought it was interesting. Listen to this reporter and it's true. And a lot of people comment on this. They talk about presidents getting in the White House and how much it ages them, like the before and after picture with Obama. Now, it's not fair to use Biden because he was already a corpse when he got in there. But if you do look at before and after shots, Trump looks healthier and more fit now than he did in his first term. And listen, this reporter says something like
consider releasing the president's fitness plan. He actually looks releasing the president's fitness plan. He actually looks healthier than ever before, healthier than he did 8 years ago. And I'm sure everybody in this room could agree. Is he working out with? And is he eating less McDonald's?
I can't.
They ask if he's at Bufford there, but if he's working out with RFK Jr. and if he's eating less McDonald's.
The president is in very good shape, as you see, on a near daily basis here. And in that vein, thank God it's Friday. It's been a very long and busy week here at the White House. We will see you all on Monday, and we will release the results of that report as soon as we can.
So he's getting his physical exam today, and I just thought it triggered a lot of leftists that reporter said that. Like, he looks better than he did during his first term, and I would have to agree. He's a little bit more slender. Man, there's no way I'm going to look like that at that age. If I even make it there, guys. If I even make it there. Check this dad. He obliterates the school board. Listen to this. This is what we all need to be doing. So hold on. This is you guys can't hear him? Test. Hold on. Let me refresh this because this is you guys need to hear this one. Let's see. Let's try this one more time. Hold on. I'm going to pull up my sound really quick. Okay, here we go. That is insane. I don't know why it's doing that. It's coming out perfect through my speakers. Hold on. Let me do this. See if I can find another video of it. One of the most epic videos we're putting on the. Okay, tell me if we can hear this one. Okay, I'm going to do this a different way. You guys need to hear this. I don't know why it's doing that. Hopefully all my videos don't do that from here on out. Give me 1 second. I will play it through the mic.
Director Kenworthy has joined us virtually now. Welcome. Please introduce yourself. And you have
Hi, my name is Dustin Gonzalez. I'm in Lakewood, District 2. I'm not a politician. I'm not a loud voice on social media. I'm a father. A quiet one, one who goes to work, tries to do right by his family, and stays out of the spotlight. But now you're gonna remember my name. You'll remember it because I'm not just fighting for my daughter. I'm fighting to make sure that what happens to me, to my family, never happens to another parent in this district. My daughter changed her identity, not after years of discussion or family dialogue, not after joint input from both of her parents. No, this happened quickly, secretly, encouraged by a school-appointed therapist and a system that never thought to include me. And the school didn't inform me, they didn't include me, they didn't even ask me, they replaced me. By the time I found out, I was already labeled the problem. My objections weren't treated as concerns, they were treated as opposition. My voice was dismissed as hateful, my presence undermined. The therapist, the school, and eventually the court-appointed investigator all decided that because I would affirm something, I didn't deserve to parent my daughter equally anymore. They didn't accuse me of abuse. They didn't claim I'd caused harm. The only evidence against me was that I said I'm not ready to affirm this yet. That's it. And now I'm at risk of losing parenting time, of being erased from my daughter's life, not because I failed as a father, but because I dared to ask questions. And it started in your schools. Your systems made it possible, and your silence made it permanent. You gave my ex all the tools she needed to take our daughter from me, tools that she couldn't have forged on her own. You gave her the therapist, you gave her the ideological support, and you never once thought, shouldn't the father be involved too? I was supposed to have one opponent in this fight for my daughter, one voice with equal say, one person across the table who I would battle for influence, and that person was supposed to be my ex. But you gave her reinforcements. You gave her a system that cut me out of the picture. You handed her the tools to eliminate me from my daughter's life. And with your help, she's trying to erase me altogether. You replaced my voice, you stole my seat at the table, and you made decisions about my daughter without me. Mary Parker, Paula Reed, Aaron Kenworthy, Danielle Varda, and Michelle Applegate. Your names are etched into my memory. Not for who you are, but for your inaction cost me. And I'll make sure my name is etched in yours too. I don't care if you personally signed the policies, stayed silent while they passed, or simply chose not to know. You are all responsible. Fathers like me will remember. You may keep your seats this cycle. You maybe the next, but I won't quit until each of you is replaced. And Paula Reed, you're in my district. I've heard you're not running again. If that's true, good. But if you're planning something bigger, if you think higher office is your next move, then let me be crystal clear. I will be your opposition. At every campaign stop, on every ballot, in every debate, you've lost the right to lead. And I'll make sure voters know why. Don't think you can take a man's child from him and not reap a whirlwind. You don't get to raise our children for us, and if those who replace you try as you have, we'll replace them too. So parents of Jefferson County, get your kids out of Jefferson County now. You don't know how far this rock goes until it comes for you. And after you do, speak out, join me, and take.
Wow, let me get back over to the comments. Hold on. Good, you guys heard that. We cover this all the time. I mean, obviously a passionate father loves his child, wants to be involved in his child's upbringing. And here we have, again, the school getting involved, pretty much in a custody battle at this point. And this happens all the time. Remember, in California, this is absolutely normal. This happens all the time. Where is Jeffco? Let me see. Jeffco schools. Oh, Jefferson County, Colorado. That's not too too far from our friend Rob that lives in Cortez, Colorado. Right, Rob? Oh, man. 140 schools, 65,000 students, 14,000 employees. It's just insane, guys. All right, you guys this is your last chance, 5 minutes to get into our raffle. For the end of the show, we are going to be doing a raffle live here. And if you want to get in, let me show you what you are entered to win. If you want an opportunity to get this, we got the Donald Trump Lives Here stamp for all your money. And you'll be getting more of that over the next 4 years. Thankfully that President Trump is in there. Get this, stamp those bills and spin those bills. We also got the Trump Hair Don't Care can koozie. It says, Keep America Great. It's a Trump can koozie with the hair on the side. Then we got the sign. Notice, this place is politically incorrect. We say Merry Christmas. One nation under God. We salute our flag and give thanks to our troops. If this offends you, leave. Bye-bye. And then we, the people, have had enough decal. It can be for your car, your laptop, whatever you want to use it on. Again, if you guys want to enter in, you just got 5 minutes. The only way to do it is each $10 donation gets you one entry. So if you do $30, you get 3 entries. Again, we're shutting it off in 5 minutes. You can donate at Venmo at Oreo Josh, Cash App, $Oreo Army, givesendgo.com/Oreo 2024. And we also have a Zelle link. If you use the banking app Zelle, go to our website, theoreoexpress.com. When you're there, scroll down the homepage. There'll be a Donate Now button. It'll have all these links, including the Zelle link. Good luck to anybody who enters. See what else we got going on. Yeah, I feel bad. I hope an attorney comes forward. I really do. And says, I'm pretty sure an attorney will come forward and let him know that there's no longer going to be no worries, that they're going to take care of it. Hopefully that mom loses custody after what she's doing. Let me see. Let me make sure this is live right here. Okay, we are live. I just want to make sure you guys can hear the next one. So Trump did numerous executive orders. One of them was ending DEI. This was from earlier today. Virginia Beach School Board suspends DEI initiatives. It says Virginia Beach Public Schools falling into line with the mandate, with President Trump's mandate on DEI. Take a listen to
mandate on DEI. Our other big story, Virginia Beach Public Schools falling into line with the president's mandate on DEI.
The vote was 6-3 and happened just days before a deadline on the order. Last week, public schools nationwide received a notice to adjust policies or face a loss of federal funding.
Hopefully, how was the sound on that when you guys hear that all? I think it was just at 1 for some reason. But give me a 1 in the comments if you guys heard that one come through. I think so. Eyes of a Lady says, wow, good for Virginia Beach. Okay, cool deal. What else do we got? Check this out. More great news. The Trump-Vance administration has canceled funding for the U.S. Global Change Research Program, an entity that is in charge of manufacturing the U.S. National Climate Assessment Reports every 4 years. So again, these places were funded to tell you that we have a climate change problem. Not that there was an issue, not that there was but literally they get funding to push this. Because why? because then states like California and Democrats can raise your taxes. They can put more fees, more regulations. Just, again, what Democrats have done, which is hurt America. That's why they are now literally, they've went from the Ukraine flag to the Hamas flag to the Mexico flag. Now I think you're literally going to see protests in the next couple of weeks with the Chinese flag, guys. Mark my words. That is what the Democrat Party is all about. Let me pull this up right here because I'm not getting your comments on that. There we go. Not that one either. All right, there we are. That's loud. Karen says they'll comply when they might lose money. Says, here we go. This is political. Trump moves to hobble major U.S. climate change study. The cuts are potentially fatal blow to the national climate assessment that Congress mandated to ensure the government understands the threats posed by rising temperatures. Well, the problem is the temperatures. Remember when I was growing up, it was global cooling. Then it was global warming. And then what was it? It was 18 years ago. They couldn't prove that the temperatures, well, we had a warm summer. Okay, we have warm summers all the time. But when you actually look at it on a graph, they were trying to manipulate the data to freak people out. And all we've done is spend trillions to stop something that, again, and I'm all for doing things the right way, being stewards of our environment, being stewards of where we go. You know, I grew up camping. I love camping. You go in there, you take care of the area. You don't leave your trash around. You do your part to recycle. You do all the things. But to control me, like in Fresno, they try to control me. I've never listened to it. If it's cold in Fresno and you guys want to get me in trouble, I promise you my fireplace is going, whether it's a burn day or not, because that's how my family keeps warm. But they put all these different regulations and everything. We're the valley. This is where the smog comes. This is where LA's smog comes, and it sits in the valley. It's one of the unfortunate things living in the valley. And if I don't like it, I move, right? Just like if I don't want to drown someday, I'm not going to live in New Orleans. You're below sea level, and you wonder why it floods. There's a lot of things that we could figure out. But again, they have lied about climate change for so long. Democrats have profited. I mean, look at Al Gore with his multiple private jets telling us San Francisco would be underwater by the year 2000 if we didn't act fast. So we acted with billions and trillions of dollars and everything they said. What did AOC give us? 8 or 7 years? Didn't AOC give us 8 or 7 years? They can kiss my, you know what. But hey, so far in this administration, more good news. Trump has got 13 prisoners and hostages released in under 3 months. Check this out. This is an awesome little photo here, and there's a reason why we're showing you that, because we just had another one come home last night, and that is good news. Take a look at this.
What's your message to the president?
Mr. Trump, I'm so grateful for you to bring me home and for American government. And I never and I'm so government. And I never
I don't know why it keeps pausing there.
And I'm so happy to get home. Thank you.
Look at that smile. Again, that was her message to President Trump. Trump secured her release from Russia. And she said, Mr. Trump, I'm so grateful for you to bring me home. Promises made, promises kept. When you have a strong leader, that's what happens. Now, check this out. This is what we've been waiting for as well. Education Secretary McMahon announces a Title IX special investigation team. Listen to this.
Doesn't continue to happen. This is a combination. And this competitor had competed in men's fencing about 2 years prior, to this, and it's just not fair. So what I'm announcing today is that we have a special Title IX investigations team that is going to be investigating anyone who was associated with, with this, to make sure that this doesn't continue to happen. This is a combination. This team is a combination between Department of Education and the Department of Justice. The president has made crystal clear that he is not going to tolerate men being able to compete in women's sports. He signed an executive order, and we're upholding Title IX. We just couldn't be any clearer about this. And so for those who violate these provisions, we will investigate and take action. And this
Man, I love this. I love this. Standing up for these young women, standing up, giving them an opportunity to actually compete against other females instead of having to play against men. Again, they should have safe spaces, since Democrats love safe space. That safe space should be a locker room, a changing room, a sauna, a gym room, whatever. We covered the Wee Spa. Remember the pervert in the Wee Spa that Antifa went out to fight when we were trying to protest the Wee Spa because they were letting a male in there swing his swung around, whatever, and turned out he was a registered sex offender, and this is who Antifa was standing for. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff. And then some more good news, guys. USGSA. It says this is from Department of Government Efficiency. Great news. Good work for USGSA for linking its first consolidated deal following President Trump's executive order, eliminating waste and saving taxpayer dollars by consolidating procurement. This is my neck of the woods. This is my wheelhouse. It says, with this deal, GSA effectively used government-wide buying leverage to secure a 71% price reduction for workspace, which will be available to all federal agencies. This will be the first of many bulk discounts as a result of centralized procurement. And that just goes to show you how ineffective our government was. If you had a government office in DC and you had a government office in California, they were buying. So when you purchase, again, I've managed purchasing for a long time. Usually you go off like an estimated annual usage when you're going out for a quote. The more you buy, the cheaper it is. So imagine having like 80 facilities, and each facility going to their local vendor and getting a quote and just buying that stuff. Or imagine, and I did this for a corporate company, imagine going out and contacting all the vendors and say, we want a quote for you to service all 80 of our facilities. We're going to be buying paper towels, napkins, toilet paper from you. And when now they see this big quote, they're going up to the president of their company and they're like, this is the biggest quote we've done in a while. 80 facilities? Well, that's what our government is finally doing under the leadership of President Donald Trump. It was not done before. Literally, this is insane. Even when I was a purchasing manager back in the day, one of my companies that I worked for, well, actually two of them, one of my companies had a sister company. So when I was going out to quote, I would call the sister company up and I would say, hey, you guys use this? What's your usage? And they would tell me. I said, what are you paying right now? And they would be paying about the same price as me. I'm going to say, hey, you mind if I talk to a couple vendors on this and see if we can get it down? You'd save 20-25% because now the estimated annual usage just went up. That's the things we need to see. That's the inefficiencies of the government. This fear tactic, guys, we're getting ready. Chicago's Cinco de Mayo parade cancels over fear tied to Trump's immigration policy, organizers say. You hear that? Chicago's Cinco de Mayo parade canceled over fear tied. But they said, this is what I mean. This is the scare tactics. They want to do this. They want this to get out there and say, this is what Trump is doing to the Hispanic community. Nobody cares about Cinco de Mayo. We were in Mexico on Cinco de Mayo last year. Does Mexico celebrate Cinco de Mayo? It's some rogue made-up holiday. Once again, a Hallmark holiday here in the United States. And it says, and so now they want this to go everywhere and say, oh, man, Trump just hates the Hispanic people because of his immigration. Well, guess what? If you're here illegally, all you got to do, self-deport. And now you have to register. If you don't register, you're breaking another law now because a federal judge, Trump issued an executive order that anybody that's in this country 30 days or more that is not a citizen of the U.S. must register with the government. There isn't a country that you can think of that don't have that law. It's actually a 1940s law, but now it's being actually enacted, and the judge says, yes, it can go through. But Chicago's Cinco de Mayo parade canceled over fears tied to Trump's immigration plot. You know what Cinco de Mayo is for most people? Remember, should I, guys? Yeah, let's go. Nah, I'm not going to do it today. I'll do it on Cinco de Mayo. But you guys remember we were literally in Mexico during Cinco de Mayo. They were acting a fool, drinking beer. I mean, they were drinking beer, but not because of Cinco de Mayo. Let's see what else we got here. The deadline, we were just talking about that.
Failure to comply with this is a crime, punishable by fine. The deadline for registration under the alien registration is today. All foreign nationals present in the United States longer than 30 days must register with the federal government. Failure to comply with this is a crime, punishable by fines, imprisonment, or both. As President Trump and Secretary Noem have both said, if you register and you leave now, you choose to self-deport. You may have the opportunity to return later legally. But if not, you will be arrested, fined, deported, never to return to our country again.
So we talked about that, guys. We talked about
the Trump administration will continue to enforce our nation's immigration laws. We will not pick and choose which laws to enforce.
We talked about that. So now, again, the strongest administration in my lifetime when it comes to protecting and securing our border. Check this out. ICE just arrested a child rapist who is being protected, kept comfortably by Fairfax County, Virginia. The U.S. just arrested.
Dramatic video showing U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents arresting convicted sex offender 21-year-old Ander Cortez Mendez in Falls Church, Virginia on April 2nd. U.S. border agents arrested Cortez Mendez after they say he illegally entered the U.S. near the Rio Grande Valley in Texas in 2018, ICE saying he was supposed to appear before an immigration judge but didn't show up to court. According to ICE, he was arrested in Fairfax County for an alleged sex crime last year in March. Agents issued a detainer against Cortez Mendez with the Fairfax County Adult Detention Center. And then on May 20th of last year, a Fairfax County judge gave him a 3-month suspended sentence after he was found guilty of having sex with the child. Despite being found guilty,
a 3-month suspended sentence for having sex with a child.
Says Fairfax County officials did not honor ICE's detainer and released Cortez Mendez back into the community in Northern Virginia.
What's wrong with our he's a child rapist and he gets 3 months suspended sentence? That's what you get? No wonder so many people aren't scared to do this to children. It's disgusting. It is absolutely disgusting. Good job on ICE. Way to get these people that we were promised would get out when we have sanctuary cities protecting these folks. It's just insane. And I did get your entry, Cheryl, and I will add you to the list. We're just moments away from getting the raffle rocking and rolling. Says another arrest. ICE Boston has arrested a previously deported Ecuadorian illegal alien charged with 20 plus sex crimes against a child, including aggravated and forcible child rape, after ICE says he was released into the public by the Lawrence, Massachusetts District Court with ICE's detainer ignored. It says there are no appropriate words to describe the amount of damage Gilberto Avila Jara has allegedly done to our Massachusetts community. Look at this punk. This is who Democrats are fighting to keep in your country. 20 plus sex crimes with a child, including aggravated and forcible child rape. And again, Massachusetts not holding the ICE detainer. When these people get out and they're let on the streets and another person, I swear to God, this worries me. It's like, I'm going to be honest, that video we showed you earlier of that person in the school board. One of these times they're going to tick off the wrong person. And right now they're taking off the wrong people, which are MAGA folks. And eventually they're going to stand up. And if they have to take matters into their own hands, I don't want it to ever get to that. That will be ugly. How about this one? ICE arrested several illegal alien pedophiles and others with disturbing and egregious criminal convictions. Sodomy of child by force, predatory. Let me move this. Why did this thing pop up? Predatory sexual assault of a child, indecency with a child, assault of a pregnant person, and human smuggling. Check this out. These are the people that Democrats and protesters marching that want open borders. No borders, no wall. Remember those folks? This is who they want in your neighborhoods. They are the sick, disgusting scum of the earth that want your child raped. They want you not to be safe when you're on a subway, when you're at the grocery store, in the parking lot. And guess what? Donald Trump is promising to make this country safe again, and that is what he is doing. It's crazy. All those were Mexican nationals too. We got people, predators from all over. And this was great news. Breaking. A federal immigration judge has ruled that the Colombia pro-Hamas activist Kahlil Mahmoud is removable, and the Trump administration has met its burden to deport him. But so that they can deport him, there is still Kahlil has until 4/23 to file relief applications. So looks like he will be getting deported, and that's good news. Let's hope we don't get some activist judge to overturn that, but that's good news. Let me see what else we got. Let's see. Oh, it's that time. So let me put Cheryl down here, and then we'll go back through and make sure we got everybody. Okay. I didn't see any, let's go through here really quick. I'm going through right now. I'll put this up on there really quick. And okay, here we go. So let's go to Cash App. I think we got everybody on Cash App really quick. Let's see, Cheryl, Barry. So that's good. Let's go to Venmo really quick. I don't think we got a Venmo, but I'll double check. Oh, we did. Deborah. Oh, Microtaz. All right. Thank you, Microtaz. You're getting in. You're getting in. Microtaz in the house. And sorry about your note there. Sorry about your note. I know I have to do that this weekend. Not looking forward to that. It's tax time for everybody right now. And of course I waited till the last minute. I totally forgot about it, to be honest with you. And I got to do my daughter's taxes. I think I'll be doing that tonight at like 10 o'clock. Let me see. So we did Venmo. We got Cash App. Let me go check the Zelle. Come on. Sometimes my apps, they want me to enter password when I use Face ID all the time, and it's just frustrating. Let's see. Old Uncle Bill in there and Cade, Texas. Thank you guys. Old Uncle Bill and Cade, Texas will put you in for more. Old Uncle Bill. I'm just typing these in here really quick. Cade, Texas. Thanks again for you guys jumping in here and appreciate your support more than you guys know. Like a spell. You guys are already saying 7. I'll do 7. I'll do 7 shuffles. Okay, let's see. That was Old Uncle Bill and Cade, Texas. Thank you there. And I don't think we had anybody get in on Rumble, but just to make sure, let me pull up Rumble right here. I didn't check Gifts and Go. Let me check Gifts and Go really quick. Come on. I wonder why this is taking so long to load today. I didn't want more entries. I'm reading it right. Okay, I can pull those 5 off. I appreciate the donation, Old Uncle Bill. I will pull those 5 off. Yes, so nobody else on Gifts and Go. And let me just make sure that go down here to the dashboard. I think it's account review. I don't think we got any. No, so no Rumble rants today. So let me pull off OUB. Let me pull these off. Just the 5. He's still in here for 2. Okay. So I'm gonna go through this with you all so you know. So we got Jalen for a total of 3. 2 on Cash App, 1 on a Rumble rant. We got Matt for 1. Renee O for 5. Karen Napier for 5. Krista R for 5. Krista says if she wins, she wants to donate it all back, that she has all kind of Trump stuff so we could do another one. So just fair warning beforehand. Nola for 2. Katie M for 5. Darla M for 5. Roxanne for 3. 2 for Sancia. We got Old Uncle Bill for 2. Patty Voss for 1. Bobby Rogers. That's the other one for Jalen we talked about. B-Roll for 2. KLM, Mom X Swift, and Barry D all for 1. Cheryl Pageant for 2. Micro Task for 1. Cade, Texas for 5. Now, I want to check one thing out really quick while we're here. I want to make sure that I had this right. Because I thought maybe 2. KLM. Okay, yeah, it was 10. Mom, I was making sure those were just for one. So let's get over here. Let's rock and roll. Okay, and I've been having just reading some of your comments really quick, making sure nobody's saying anything different. So again, thank you for the donation, old Uncle Bill. Appreciate that. So we got 53 entries. We're gonna shuffle 7 times because that was the first number I seen before I even asked. So watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're gonna, how do I get this big? And there it is on the screen. So who's ready to rock and roll? Who's ready to rock and roll? Okay, you ready to go? Maybe tomorrow, guys. We'll see you later. Not just kidding. Oh, you know what? Before we do, make you wait. Don't you hate when they do those commercials? Check this out. Weak coffee is for the weak, and at Rumble, weak has never been part of the mission. No fillers, no fraud, and no settling for mediocrity, just like 1775 coffee. It's single origin, small farm, hand-picked, specialty grade coffee that stands for quality, free speech, and calling out BS when it matters. Forget stale, mass-produced beans roasted just enough to hide the flaws. Dark roast hits like a Trump tariff. Medium roast keeps it bold without the bitterness. And Vitality Mushroom Blend, real energy and lasting focus. No synthetic garbage. For K-Cup pods, whole bean, or fresh ground coffee, go to 1775coffee.com. Use code STUDIO for 15% off and start your morning with coffee that stands for something. Oh, and every dollar spent enters you to win a Cybertruck and $30,000 cash, guys. So thank you all. Check that out. And here we go. We're ready to rock and roll now. Let's go. Let's go. So why does buying this coffee not count for a raffle? Because we're not, it's not us selling the coffee. We don't sell the coffee. There's no coffee behind me. That is I am doing an ad read for Rumble Coffee. So I don't make any money off the coffee you buy. I make money off reading the ad, like 2 cents per viewer or something like that. So that's how that works. I don't know who buys it. Anything that we advertise for on the ad reads. So that's just how that works. But you do get entered to win 30 grand in a Cybertruck. So here we go. Oh, who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Oh, Katie M. Katie M. I don't think she has entered quite a few times. I might be wrong. I can't remember if she's won before. You guys remember if Katie in here? Congratulations, Katie. Do me a favor. Email me. The email address is oreoexpress at yahoo.com. And send me your address, and we will get this shipped out to you. I got all the goodies right here behind us. And again, for everybody who supports us, puts gas in the tank, keeps the light on, we appreciate it. Again, we've been fighting cancel culture for a couple years now. You guys have been along for the ride. If we had YouTube and Facebook, we'd be flying all over the country. Wouldn't ask you for a dime because, again, they paid us on ad revenue. Because we've been canceled off that, it does take our viewers' support, and we just want to say thank you. We appreciate you, and we will not let you down, that's for sure. And we got some traveling going on. You might even have something from us tomorrow afternoon I'm looking at. And then next week, we got some goodies. Again, AOC and all her friends. I think even the oligarchy guys coming to California. We're going to take you there. So have a blessed day, guys. I want to say thank you to you all. Again, congrats, Katie. Please give us an email again at oreoexpress@yahoo.com. We will see you soon. God bless.